Governor, I know one of your initiatives is you've deemed the Enough Act, which really focuses on to try to reduce the number of children living in poverty through community-led government-sponsored solutions, a public-private sort of sponsorship there. Tell us about those efforts, but also what more needs to be done? What more help could you use from perhaps Washington?
This is one of the reasons why I ran for governor. Before running for governor, I'd never held elected office for my life. I ran one of the largest poverty-fighting organizations in this country, and I was very clear that you cannot be a civilized society if you allow so many children to grow up in poverty. And so 2 years ago, we said we were going to make the most bipartisan and aggressive approach in the country to be able to end child poverty in the state of Maryland. We started something called the Enough Initiative, which actually stands for engaging neighborhoods, organizations, unions, governments, and households, or basically la-di-da-di everybody. And we said we were going to let the community lead us, that our job was not to save the community. Our job was to let the community help to determine what was necessary and what was needed. And so we've now selected 27 different communities, urban, rural, and suburban communities in Maryland that have been distinctly hit by generational and concentrated poverty, where 80% of the children are growing up in poverty. And we said, you let us know what you think are most effective. And so we've been able to do things like create more housing in Park Heights. We've been able to do things like making sure we have more math tutors in Cherry Hill and supporting students. We've been able to make sure that we're doing things around opioids and also doing things around child care centers in Western Maryland, in rural Maryland, in Hagerstown. And we're seeing how the results are showing that when the community leads and the government supports, with the private sector supports, it works. And for every government dollar we have put in, we have turned 3 private dollars that have now come in and invested in it. So the return on this investment is significant, and communities are leading, and we are going to end child poverty in Maryland.